Huyu Tom ndo yule Mboya ama? Safi, naona ndiye. Karibu Tom.
Asante. Thank you so much. And I greet all Kenyans wherever they are. I'd say that I obviously have a lot of questions that I would like to ask just to be informed as other Kenyans. And this is to ask any Iebc official, if at all there is one. So let me start by confirming if we have any Iebc official around.
Well, Tom, they are here. That I can tell you, and they are here to collect your views. You will look and see that whatever input the process provides will be acted upon. Information will be shared, so feel free. You're where you're supposed to be.
Well, I start by reminding us, even if we know that Kenya, we already find ourselves in a hole, and getting out of that hole is not going to be easy. I normally try to share positivity and act with a positive attitude, but unfortunately today, I don't see anything positive when it comes to matters voters registration and the conduct of the Iebc. This is largely contributed to by the nature of our politics. There is no truth in our conduct as far as politics is concerned. The truth happens to be on papers, but when it comes to practice, we are just living in a hypocritical a country for that matter. So addressing the challenges that the Gen Z are facing, these are the obvious things that I would like to say. And as I say so, I first confirm that I'm a registered voter and all my details are up to date. But growing up, that is from between the year 2012 coming up to the latest 2022, trying to engage in matters politics. These are some of the challenges I faced. And right now, obviously, I believe the Gen Zs are facing, because the root cause is related to what we experience and how they even interact with us on a daily life. First and foremost, Kenyans, we have been made, or we have been made to live in poverty intentionally. Poverty has been manufactured in this country to an extent that when you have options of considering serious things in your life, then you will only prioritize what matters. You find that many people are lacking means of survival. In urban centers, it is worst. It is worst because the cost of accessing a place to stay is so high. So some of the obvious challenges, I hope I'll be able to try to put them in order, not to be confused. Number one, you find that many people, as they leave their Form 4 level of education, they leave while some of them have already applied for IDs. And there are delays in those registration offices. That is a fact that you find many people, even if you meet them, you ask them, have you registered as a voter? Apart from just asking you that, for what? they can also confirm to you that they applied for IDs and they have not received them. I believe that that kind of delay is intentional. It's intentional. Why do I say so? Yes, even the government and the different departments, including the Iebc, may have a lot of things on their table, but they prioritize on what is important or what serves their immediate interest. Just as it has been evident that civic education is supposed to be done through the different government agencies, there is money allocated for that, but it is not always seen happening. People do not take it as a priority to offer civic education. It is also true that activities of high EBC has not always been a priority of the government and the IEBC itself. So that is part of the reason as to why delays in issuance of IDs has affected the registration process. Number two, when you look at rural areas, you find that the registration offices or stations where people are supposed to register as voters, they are not so many, and they are scattered. So for one to go to register, they have to move, and a lot of money is involved as far as fare is concerned. So because the larger population are really in serious poverty, people focus on how are they going to get their daily meal rather than just focusing on looking for, let's say, 50 shillings or 100 shillings for a motorbike to reach the position where they are supposed to register as a voter. That is in rural areas. However, even in urban centers, the challenges, especially for the youth, the challenges of how they can reach these stations is a reality. Lack of means of transport. Number three, there is an obvious mistrust in the electoral process. That one we cannot dispute. This has always been evident, especially to the larger population who really believed that the late Honorable Raila Odinga could capture power and transform this country for better. And time by time, there has been irregularities on elections, and people always say, now I'm speaking to millennials. This has been the position of many millennials, that for what reason will I go to vote, yet my vote will not count? There is mistrust to the IBC and the general process that is involved. I also want to say that indeed the IBC itself, I don't know whether it is their mandate. Of course I know it is their mandate to make sure that we are well informed as far as their activities are concerned. So there is poor communication. Like right now, I'm being shocked, though it is making sense, that because of the election that is yet to be held on 27th November, then they should pause and focus on that election and then later continue with voter registration. It makes sense. But I'm shocked that I'm hearing it just now. I'm sure many Kenyans are not aware of that fact. So poor communication is also a challenge that we are facing, and that's why the registration process is not going on so well as we would like. It is evident that we, the young people, we rely on social media as our main area of getting information and even mobilizing one another. I don't know whether the IBC are also leveraging on the importance of social media to communicate. And if it is not happening, I believe that it is intentional. Then I'll also say that, of course, as much as we, the young people, we would want to be in a position of meeting our daily needs as far as reliable income is concerned, we are largely relying on our fathers, on our brothers, the millennials, and also generally on those who already have a means of supporting us. So you find that there are serious job losses. This has been evident if you go back through to the period of COVID-19, and even right now, since the Ruto regime, taxation has been so high, and this has affected many companies. This has affected the general economy of the country. So people have lost their jobs, and people are generally struggling. So people are not getting motivated to go and register as voters. And finally, I just want to leave it at that point, hoping that at least I've shared some of the real challenges. I'm lamenting and I'm not able to provide solution, because I believe the real solution can only lie what I always say, a total system overhaul, which is not going to be so easy. It is not going to happen now. It is only going to happen after, time by time, we make sure that fellow Kenyans are informed on the importance of engaging into political matters, into electoral processes. Time by time, people are getting to learn. So we are focusing on offering civic and political education. Another reason as to why it will be possible for us to undergo the total system overhaul is the when the threshold of the challenges we are facing shall have hit us to a level that we are not able to contain, then we will decide to act as a population. What I'm saying is practical, it is inevitable, because mtu anaweza tu kuvumilia, but wakati ikifika, someone can take an action. So it's just a matter of time, and I believe that we will be able to overcome some of these challenges. I wanted to ask some questions to any person who will be able to respond, even on behalf of the IEBC.
I'm noting them down, and we'll forward them to the relevant people. Just ask the questions.
You prefer I write down, eh?
No, I would like you to proceed and ask the questions. I will note them down and refer them to the relevant people.
Thank you. Thank you. This is just for the purposes of knowing, so that even if we'll be able to educate or inform people on what they have to do, then we speak from a point of knowledge. So one is, I'd like to know how many registration kits are currently deployed per ward in this country. How many registration kits? Number two, I'd like to know what are the different steps that the IEBC are taking to ensure that those who do not have their ID cards get their ID, because it is true that for you to register as a voter, you first need to have an ID. Are IEBC playing any role to make sure that the issuance of IDs is fastened? Another thing that I want to know is what is the official real-time number of the new voters that have registered since the communication was made on 5th September this year? Because I think I've heard different rumors that not even 100,000 have registered. So I'd like to know what is the exact figure that have registered so far. And also, has the funds that were supposed to help the IEBC conduct this process effectively, have they received those funds fully as probably was passed in the budget. So I just want to leave it there. I hope to continue listening, to learn more, and probably I'll be able to continue contributing and even asking other questions. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Tom. Just before Naomi gets back, I would like to provide some information with regard to the questions you just posed. Now, of course, IEBC will provide on their website and social media channels information with regard to exactly how many registration kits are deployed per constituency. Now, kindly note that this number is based on need basis. Like in Dagoretti North, where I reside, I expect there are more kids than somewhere in Marsabit, where it's not as densely populated as Nairobi. Now, that aside, I know, according to the information that's already out there, that as of 5 days ago, we had 90,020 new voters joining the registers. This number could have been higher, but then again, people are not taking this exercise seriously. And the question is, why, when we know that Kenya's destiny is in our hands? There was a question